Okay, I decided to do this before watching The Creation. To recap, we left off with my DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks with the Bible, the Epic miniseries. So, along those same lines are Greatest Heroes and Legends of the Bible. This one has Life with Jesus, The Miracles of Jesus, Jonah and the Whale, The Apostles, The Last Supper, Crucifixion and Resurrection, Joseph and the Coat of Many Colors. These are all animated. And then on a orange disc, we have Daniel and the Lion's Den, Samson and Delilah, Story of Moses, David and Goliath, Sodom and Gomorrah, and Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. Like I said, all of these are animated titles. I don't expect a whole lot out of them because that creation video I showed in my VHS collection with the Greatest Adventures, like Story is the Bible or something or whatever it was. Those hold the best scriptural animation in my mind at least. And then 5 discs that look the same. 5 discs? 5 discs that look the same that have different things on them are Ancient Secrets of the Bible Collector's Edition. We have Sodom and Gomorrah, Walls of Jericho. Noah's Ark, Ark of the Covenant. Moses' Ten Commandments, Moses' Red Sea Miracle, Tower of Babel, Shroud of Turin. And the last disc has Battle of David and Goliath and Samson. Anyways, my dad was trying to talk batteries with me for some reason. Then we have Big with Tom Hanks, where a kid goes up to, I think, like a Zoltar or something, wishes he was older, wakes up the next morning as Tom Hanks. Then one I know nothing about but didn't look very interesting when I tried watching it is The Big Trees. It looked kind of so-so. 2 discs that look the same are the Poseidon Adventure, Blackbeard. I don't know if you can see that or not. And one that looks the same is The Curse of King Tut's Tomb and Merlin's Apprentice, which I guess is a sequel to Merlin, a movie, not the show. I know there's a show though, because one of my friends really likes it. Then I have the first 3 seasons of Blacklist. All the discs from all the seasons look the same, so I'll just show you that one. There are 5 discs to a season. 5 discs, and I have season 1, 2, and 3. I didn't leave spaces for the other seasons because there's something like 12 seasons, I think. So I've got a long ways to go. And I have the Blair Witch Project with spaces for Blu-rays and 4Ks if they're even available. I know it's on Blu-ray, but Blair Witch Project. I think that one's the weakest of the trilogy. Or not, is it a trilogy? Or is it just 3 movies that have a similar structure that aren't? I mean, they're connected, but I don't know if they classify themselves as a trilogy. Anyway, I left spaces for a Blu-ray and a 4K of all 3 of them. Again, I'm not sure if all 3 of them have 4Ks, but I know they have Blu-rays. If they don't have 4Ks, I'll move them back once I get the Blu-ray to have more available space. But here is Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. This one's personally my favorite of the bunch. And then you have Blair Witch 2016. This one was pretty good, but I prefer Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows. Although that one kind of took some of the mystery out of it because it kept cutting from the events of the movie to interrogation with the survivors. So you already know who dies by the time or by like 20 minutes in. But it's still a good story. And I have The Blind Side. This is a football. I think it's a football Sandra Bullock movie where one of her adoptive son can't think of the guy's name, but I'll just call him Jake. Big Jake. He's a big black kid. Pretty good character. I liked him. He's playing football, but he doesn't want to hurt anybody. But he would fight to protect his family. So Sandra tells him, "Your team is your family. Tackle the other team, basically, to get them to play better." So then I have what I assume is a mini series. I don't know. The 3 discs do look different, so I will be showing all 3 of them. It's called The Blue and the Gray. I think it's either Revolutionary War. No, maybe Civil War. I don't know. I'll know when I watch it when it takes place because I'm sure it'll say. But here's disc 1 with a guy riding a horse with his soldiers marching alongside him. Each disc has a different runtime. That disc is, I think, 143, and then 96 minutes and 141 minutes. I think it's like 300 some odd minutes altogether. Here's disc 2, a little closer up on the battalion of the first disc. And then this one's a standoff. Yeah. And I have the first and third Blue Collar Comedy Tour. I have Blue Collar Comedy Tour, the movie. I don't have Rides Again, but I do have Blue Collar Comedy Tour, One for the Road. Then one I only have the first one of that I think there are like 3 of is The Blue Lagoon. And I watched this one. It's not bad. I like it. I want to get the other 2. I think there's only 2 other ones. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. It had a good story about this boy and this girl that they crash on an island somehow, or like get marooned on an island, and a friend they get marooned with ends up dying, and so they are left just the 2 of them. I don't know if they were brother and sister or not, but if not, they were very close friends, and then they turn into a husband and wife. They get married on the island, even though they're the only 2 people there that they know of. There's a tribe of other like natives to the island, but up next we have Body Double. That was an interesting story. Bolt. This one's about a dog that thinks it's a superhero, and I want to get it on Blu-ray. Then I have The Boogeyman and Return of the Boogeyman. This one is kind of like a midquel because parts of it take place during 1980s The Boogeyman. And then there's Boogeyman 2004. That one does have a sequel, so I have a spot for the sequel. And then I have 2 copies of the Book of Eli, so I'll just show the one because it's the exact same DVD. 2 DVD copies, I should say. Then I have a 2-disc collection of Book of Mormon Gospel Study Companion by S. Michael Wilcox. I got that at church when we were clearing out one of the buildings. Then we have Book of Mormon DVD presentations for youth and adult Sunday school gospel doctrine classes. Has the Savior on it. And the Nephites. The Nephites are what we would call Native Americans. Then we have Book Thief, or maybe they're the Native Americans before the Native American Indians. Then I have Boss Baby 1. I haven't gotten the second one yet. I haven't even seen the second one. I have seen this one. This one was funny. Then I have Bounty. I have a slot for the second Boss Baby. Then I have 2 different versions of the Bourne Identity. This is the theatrical cut. And then I have an extended cut that looks like that. And then 2 of the exact same version of Bourne Supremacy. It's funny, the only Bourne movie I have 1 copy of is Bourne Legacy. However, I am trying to get them all on Blu-ray 4K. Bourne Ultimatum. For some reason, I have 2 different colored or different discs for it. See what I mean? I have 2 of all of them except Bourne Legacy. The Bourne Legacy. Jason Bourne, the DVD. Jason Bourne, the Blu-ray. The Boy Next Door. When we get to the G's, I also have the Girl Next Door. But that one is kind of a romantic thriller. Then on DVD and Blu-ray, I have Brave from Pixar. Trying to get all the Pixar movies on dual format. I do have some of them. And it has a bonus disc for Brave as well. Then we have Braveheart with, I think is that Mel Gibson? I think that's Mel Gibson. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know I've seen it. I just don't remember who stars in it. I have slots saved for the Blu-rays and the 4Ks of that. Or Blu-ray 4K, whatever. Adventures of Brer Rabbit. This story will come up again, but you'll see what I mean. Because I have another version of it as well. That I don't think is offensive, but apparently it's been banned from being sold in the US because it's culturally insensitive. Whatever. Brick Masons. I got this because I saw Paul Walker on the case. He's on the disc too. I like it when the cases have characters from the shows in it, like Bridge to Terabithia. I have 2 copies of this. The other one is a Uncle Jeff version. Copy of it that he made from his own collection. Then we have Bridget Jones's Diary. I thought that one was a good story. I watched it. I think when I did a haul video with this, I hadn't yet watched it, but I have watched it since making that haul. and I enjoyed it. It's kind of short, not particularly memorable or quotable, but it was a good story, I remember at least. Then I have Bringing Up Baby. I want to say this is a Cary Grant movie. Is that Cary Grant, the man there? I wouldn't know because I don't think I've ever seen any of his movies. Bruce Almighty. I had a fun time watching this one about a month ago today. Again, today is 11/12/22. I'm making this the same date, about 20 minutes after my VHS video. Then I have Toon Factory, Bugs Bunny, Bond Rally. Looks like this came out in World War II, buying war bonds, whatever that means. I mentioned how I have this one on DVD and VHS, and that is A Bug's Life. I do not yet have the Blu-ray, nor do I have a slot saved for the Blu-ray, but I do want to get the Blu-ray. So next time I do some sorting, I'll have to keep that in mind. Then I have Burn the Ships. Looks like a baseball story. From 2016 or 17, something like that. Maybe it was theatrically 2016 and the physical copy was 17. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I think this gets referenced in a Fox Marvel movie, maybe. I don't know. I remember it being mentioned by some superhero movie. Then I have the director's cut of The Butterfly Effect. I've watched the theatrical cut on the other side of the disc, but I have not watched the director's cut. And then I have the theatrical cut again on a double feature with the second one. Then I have the Butterfly Effect 3 Revelations. So this one is from a After Dark Horror Fest 3 collection, 8 films to die for. Earth repeats itself. I don't know if that's part of the movie's title or not, but something that's going to be included in my next 31 on 31, along with Bug's Life and Brave, is Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, The Adventure Begins. Says Pixar right there on the disc. Then we have Cabin Fever. I think we used to have the VHS of Buzz Lightyear, but I think it broke a long time ago, and so we had to get rid of it. I left a slot for the Blu-ray of Cabin Fever. I watched Cabin Fever 2 not too long ago, like 2 or 3 weeks, and that one sucked. It was not a good movie. I did not enjoy that one. Then something I want to get the DVD of because it was good is the Blu-ray of Cabin in the Woods. This has Chris Hemsworth. It's essentially Cabin Fever, but with a different cast, basically. Seems like a similar premise. Then we have Calendar Girls with Helen Mirren and Julie Walters. Those are the two names on the disc. Or there's other people in that as well, obviously. Call to Serve. Again, I got that when I helped clean out the church one day because we were trying to get rid of a bunch of church videos because they're all, I guess, on streaming or something for the church now. The church has its own streaming services, and we don't really use those in class anymore. And then we have the original Carrie that I want to get the Blu-ray in 4K of. Is there a 4K? The Rage Carrie 2. That one I think was about her niece or her I think it was her niece or her cousin or something. I left a little slot for the Blu-ray and the 4K of that. Carrie 2002. This one's my least favorite of the bunch. If I had to do a little mini ranking of those right now, I would go the original, the 2013 Chloe Grace Moretz version, the Rage Carry 2, and then the 2002 version in last place. But I did leave a spot for a Blu-ray of that because I'm pretty sure there is no 4K for that version. And then here's the one with Chloe Grace Moretz. Mertez? Then I'm pretty sure that one does have a Blu-ray and a 4K, so I'm going to get those eventually. My music CDs are in here with Carrie Underwood Play On and um, Some Hearts. That's the album that has Before He Cheats. I don't know if any of the songs are on this other one because for one thing it doesn't say what's on there, but I don't think I've ever listened to it. So maybe I'll listen to that tomorrow or something. Then I have 2 copies of Cars. One I wrote the runtime on. And then I have a slot for the Blu-ray. I'm trying to get all the Pixar properties on Blu-ray like I mentioned. Then I have Cars 2. This one was kind of a spy movie. Like 007 meets Cars. That's what I felt like. And Cars 3. All those will be included in my ranking. Like I did with my previous 31 on 31, I'm going to be ranking, or if there's more than one to a franchise, I'll be ranking the franchise and all together. But anyways, moving right along, we have Casper. Casper Meets Wendy. I watched this one a lot. Then we have Castaway. Catch Me If You Can. That one has Tom Hanks and DiCaprio. Both discs look the same, so I'm not going to show disc 2, but it has bonus features on it. Then I have The Cat in the Hat. This is a live action version, I think, because that looks like someone in a costume or CGI or something. Probably CGI. Cats and Dogs. I've seen The Revenge of Kitty Galore, but I haven't seen that one. And speaking of Revenge of Kitty Galore, here it is. Then we have Celebration of Life. That one I got from the Institute building, Tacoma Institute. They decided to give me a few of their videos. Cellular. Chris Evans pretty much spends the whole time of this movie, the whole runtime of this on a cell phone and cellular, trying to rescue someone who has been kidnapped by finding the proper authorities. I want to get a Blu-ray of it. Then something I'm fine only having the Blu-ray of, like Brick Masons, is Centurion. This one has Michael Fassbender, I think. He was young Magneto. And David and Prometheus, or the AI character. CES Satellite Training Broadcast, 2 discs. I don't know if both discs have English, but there you go. Charlie Wilson's War. Charlotte's Web. This is one that I got rid of the VHS of, that we still have a VHS of somewhere in the DVD case style thing instead of the slipcover cut one. Charlotte's Web 2. Charlotte's Web 2006. This one had 2005. Has a young, no, 2006. It is 2006. A young Dakota Fanning, I think. Looking adorable as a little kid. Cheaper by the dozen. I've mentioned in other videos how I'm really good with kids. I would love to babysit. Cheaper by the dozen too. These are the Steve Martin versions. There's a new Disney Plus version, and I think a version older than that one. Chicken Little, not a great movie, but I have fun with it every now and again. I like to make fun of it when I watch it. So, Child's Play, the original. I have slots for the Blu-ray and 4K of the entire Chucky franchise, minus Chucky Season 1, because I think that one only goes out to Blu-ray. Child's Play 2. Child's Play 3. I'll include Chucky in a 31 and 31 someday, but I don't know when. Seed of Chucky. I heard that Children of Chucky, the doll that split into a guy or a boy and a girl when they turned human, are coming to Chucky Season 2. I think that could be good. And I have Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, Chucky Season 1, Discs 1 and 2 both look exactly like this. And then the Mark Hamill Chucky, Child's Play. I think Mark Hamill did a good job. I just don't think that it should be called Child's Play. I think it should be called Chucky, a new iteration or something, because it wasn't very well received because of its being called Child's Play, and it doesn't have anything to do with anything that came before it, because Chucky's like a AI robot or something. Then we have Children of Men and Doomsday. Doomsday is one that you'll see again when we get to the D's, because I have a Blu-ray, I think, extended version or something. Christmas Carol. Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol. He plays all three ghosts of Christmas, and past, present, and future, and Scrooge. And then I think this is the same as the previous version I showed. Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol. At least both of these are from 20th Century Fox. One of the discs says 2009, the other says 2014. So maybe it's like a re-release or something with extra special features. I don't know. And I have Christmas Story 1. Two different copies. The first copy has two discs, different. The Blu-ray looks like the DVD does for the first one, but here's the other DVD. That was a standalone DVD, not a special edition like the two-disc version. And then here's the Blu-ray. Like I said, it looks like the first disc of the two-disc version. And then one that looks the exact same on the Blu-ray and the DVD is Christmas Story 2. Not a lot of people know that this exists. It's actually pretty good. It's about Ralphie wanting to get his first car and have it be, let's say, like a Mustang or something. Christmas with the Cranks. Watched that a lot when I was younger. Chronicle, that I want to get the Blu-ray of because I have the Blu-ray case, but only the DVD was in it. I'm not sure if it says DVD plus digital copy, so I'm hoping this is watchable, because most of my DVDs that are digital copies don't do anything. and so I just throw them away because I don't know how to use something like that. Then we have church history, beginnings in New York, 1805 to 1831. From Kirkland to Nauvoo, 1831 to 1846. And track westward to Worldwide Church, 1886 to present of 2005. Then we have Cinderella. This one's just a generic version. Then I have an anniversary edition that looks like a lot of other Disney DVDs do these days. And I have the Diamond Edition Blu-ray. I don't think there is a 4K for the animated one. And then we have Cinderella 2 Dreams Come True. I don't remember much about this one. My favorite growing up was Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time. Right here. This one was my favorite of the three. But I like time travel stuff. What can I say? A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff. I don't know who that boy is. Then this is a Drew Barrymore Cinderella Story, Ever After, is what it's called. I want to get a Blu-ray for that one, and a Blu-ray for the other two, the animated two. Then I have the live-action version on DVD, Blu-ray and 4K. Here's the Blu-ray. A lot of Disney Blu-rays look the same like that, so I'm not going to show all of them unless I only have the Blu-rays. Here's the 4K. I think it's worthy of a 4K. It's a good story. Cinderella is very attractive and her dress is gorgeous. We have City of Enoch, another CD. This one is their Sweet Redeemer album. I also have their Lamb and Lion album. And I have Civil War Battlefields, disc 1 and 2. Not sure if it matters which disc is which, but I'm sure it will if I watch them. I could probably tell the chronological order of events, assuming a date shows up on the screen. And I have the American Civil War. These discs are numbered 1 through 5. They all look the same. And then in that same collection was Beyond the Battlefields. All the discs look slightly different. They have a different picture in the middle here. So I will go ahead and show all of those. Here's disc 2. Slightly different. Disc 3, again, slightly different. Disc 4, very different. And disc 5. All for that. And then I have one disc only for the Ultimate Civil War Series 150th Anniversary Edition of the actual events that take place. One I want to get a Blu-ray of is Clash of the Titans from the 80s? This is the old one, the original. Then the next 12 discs all look exactly the same, so I'm going to show one and then read the titles that are on it. On this one, on side 1, we have The Fabulous Dorseus and Calendar Girl, Sunny and Swing Hostess on side 2. Then disc 2 has Dixania, Palooka, Glorifying the American Girl, Check and Double Check. These are all musicals. It's from a 50 classic musicals collection that I got from Nana. Paradise in Harlem, The Duke is tops on side 1 of this disc, and Reet, Petite, and Gone, and Killer Diller, I think, on the back of the disc. There's a smudge over part of the title on that, so I'm not sure if I said that correctly. And then there's Delightfully Dangerous, Private Buckaroo, and on the other side is Stage Door, Canteen, and Career Girl. I'll be checking these out fairly soon. Second Chorus and Trocadero. People Are Funny and Dollface on disc 5. Like I said, there are 12 discs. I'm probably not going to show them all, but I'll read them off. We have The Great Cabo, Sing Cowboy Sing, Roadshow, Hi Diddly Diddle, Hi Diddle, I don't know, something like that. Rock, 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 King Kelly of the USA, Rock and Roll Review, something like that. Rhythm and Blues Review. Till the Clouds Roll By, All American Coed, Heidi Ho, Breakfast in Hollywood. On disc 9, we have Soundies Festival, Soundies Cavalcade, Reaching for the Moon, Mr. Imperium, Royal Wedding, Pied Piper of Hamelin, Wild Guitar, Murder with Music. That sounds interesting, if I do say so myself, which I just did. Of course you can call me on it, I just said it. Jack and the Beanstalk, that's from Iron Man 1? Iron Man 2? One of the Iron Man movies. The Road to Hollywood, The Big Show, Black Tights. I want to make sure that anything I reference, like, of course you can quote me on it, I just said it. Anything I quote like that, I want to make sure I give credit to who said it. In this case, it was Iron Man, aka Tony Stark. That was disc 11. Then we have Fiesta, Let's Go Colligate, and Up in the Air. Minstrel Man, Rhythm in the Clouds, and last, Sitting on the Moon. Those look good. A couple of them sound pretty good. Like that. Murder with Music. That sounds really good. Sounds like a murder mystery musical. And I have classic cartoon favorites of Walt Disney, starring Mickey. This is volume 1. And I have starring Donald Duck, volume 2. I have slots for volumes 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 because I have volume 8, Holiday Celebrations with Mickey and Pals. Yes, I read that from the screen itself and not on the disc. I mean, I did read it on the disc, but from the reflection on here. And I have a slot for 9, 10, and 11. And then I have 12, Best Pals, Mickey and Pluto. This one looks cute. I haven't watched that in such a long time, though. The disc looks like it's a little bit damaged, so I might need to replace it. But I also want to get the rest of the discs. Discs 2 through 7, 9, 10, and 11. Click and Mr. Deeds. Click is not great. It's very inappropriate, very dumb, in my opinion. Mr. Deeds I have not yet watched, so I'll be watching that eventually. I might start doing a Never Seen It series like Movies and Sue does. Let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. They seem to be pretty popular on her channel. Clock Stoppers, What If You Had the Power to Stop Time? And this is a Nickelodeon movie. That was a pretty good story. Like I said, I like time travel-y, like freeze time, fast forward time, rewind time, go back in time, go forward in time, stuff like that, which means I could very well end up being a Whovian, because there's a lot of that in Doctor Who. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I have two different DVD versions. Well, actually, I have more than that, but I also have this one. And the next 3 discs all look the same, but they're all different versions of the movie. This is the original theatrical version. Somehow all 3 versions are PG. Then I have a special edition that has different colors on the disc, I think. Yeah, slightly different. And then the director's cut. Then I have Closer. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2 on the same disc. I want to get individual Blu-rays for this, so I left 2 spaces for it. Then I have Cloverfield that I want to get a Blu-ray of. 10 Cloverfield Lane I have the Blu-ray DVD combo pack of. The DVD looks the same, but it's gray. If you want to see it, there it is. And then what I want to get the Blu-ray of is Cloverfield Paradox. This one was interesting. It took place partially on a space station, and one of the characters ends up losing his arm, and his arm is still sentient. It's really bizarre. Another thing I want to get a Blu-ray of is Clue the movie with what's the guy? Tim Curry. Tim Curry. That's the guy's name. I couldn't think of it right off the bat, but love that movie. Very, very good. I want to see a new version of it, like maybe see how many of the characters can return. Some of them may have died, and some of them, like Tim Curry, I don't think he's able to speak very much anymore. But it would be cool to see him, or it'd be cool to like see him like be like maybe the first person dead or something, or like be like a leftover corpse from the original or something. Like have it be a follow up. And then we have Coco. I want to get the Blu-ray of that as well because it's Pixar. How does Coco fit into the Pixar theory? Have you guys heard of the Pixar theory? Basically, that's saying that there's a Pixar cinematic universe like that of the MCU and DC Extended Universe. I personally buy into that because I think it's a very good possibility because they do have a lot of Easter eggs for each other in them. Cokeville Miracle. This one is about a killer or a vengeance-seeking man. He's actually on the disc who takes a bomb to a school. I think it's like an elementary school, and threatens to blow up the entire school unless he gets like $20 million or something like that, or 100 or 200 million or something. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how much he was looking for, but a ton of money, a ton of money. And the whole world of religious people or Christians were praying for the children in the elementary school. And so a bunch of angels protected the children, and the only 2 casualties were the bomber and his wife, who was also helping him in his crazy endeavor. His daughter was helping him, but she didn't end up getting killed because she ran to get the police. Something I want to get the rest of the franchise of is the Collector. There's also, I think, the Collection, and maybe the Collection 2. I don't know. I only know of 2 in that series, but anyway. Then 6 discs that all look the same are Come Follow Me, discs 1 through 6. That is from 2013, my bad. I got that when we cleared out the church again. I'll reference that periodically throughout this video because I got a lot of properties from when I did that. And other subsequent collection videos will also have that in there because I got a lot of titles from that. What can I say? I think the furthest one away is in the Y section. We'll probably get there later or after Thanksgiving. Then there's Commando with one Arnold Schwarzenegger. I like Schwarzenegger action movies. What can I say? Then I have The Commuter on Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K. I found the 4K combo pack at Goodwill in Eastern Washington, and I was very, very shocked that they had a 4K at Goodwill. But I was also very happy because I love that movie. Liam Neeson's kind of been stuck in a rut doing the same character with different names ever since Taken, but that's okay because he makes really good action movies. The Blu-ray disc is blue and the 4K is black, so I'm not going to show those. They're just the same design. Then I have Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. There you go. That one has Lindsay Lohan. I have a horror movie with Lindsay Lohan in it. I bet you didn't know she was in a horror movie, did you? She is. It's called I Know Who Killed Me. We'll get there when we get to the eyes, which I think is case 5 or 6. Confidence. No idea what it's about or who's in it. The Conjuring. I've seen the first 2 Conjuring movies. The Nun 1, because they're making the second one, and all 3 Annabelle movies. I have not seen The Curse of La Llorona, nor have I seen The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. But I have seen The Conjuring 1 and 2. I have 2 copies of each because I got a 2-pack and a 3-film collection. Then here's Conjuring 3. I have not yet watched this one, like I just said. I want to get all of the Conjuring movies on Blu-ray, so I have slots saved. I think I mentioned that when I went through case number 1. And then we have The Corpse Bride, which I'm fine just having the DVD of. Couples Retreat, with a weird sticker on there that I wish was not there, but I don't want to remove it. I'll probably just get another copy and replace this one. The Court Jester. The Covenant. This one has the Winter Soldier. Oh shoot, what's his name? Sebastian Stan, is that his name? In it. Cowboys and Aliens. This one has Harrison Ford and Daniel Craig as cowboys fighting generic aliens. They're not xenomorphs. That's what I mean by generic. The Creeps. This one's actually kind of funny because it's like 2-foot versions of Dracula, the werewolf, I think Frankenstein's monster, and the mummy. And it's really funny. Basically the plot of the movie after the monsters appear is find a virgin, get her undressed, and hook her up to a machine to make the monsters full-sized. It's super funny. I want to get a Blu-ray of Cowboys and Aliens, so I have a slot saved for that. And I have season 1 of Crossbones, that both discs look the same as with the Chucky series we already covered. And then current teaching emphasis for the church education system. That's another thing I got when we cleaned out the church a couple years back. And I think we did that in mid 2020 when lockdowns were starting to loosen up a little bit. We were able to get in groups of like 4 or 5 people and do things. So we cleaned out one of the church buildings here in Tacoma. Then we have The Curse of La Llorona. This is the only other existing Conjuring movie that I have not watched yet to date. I'll probably be watching that tomorrow or the next day. Well, I'll be watching it on Monday. Tell you what. Cutting Edge in America is rated PG. In Canada, it is rated R. I don't understand. That's something I want to get 2 individual Blu-rays of is Daddy Daycare and Day Camp. Daycare is better. I like Eddie Murphy movies, and he's not present in the sequel. They recast him and his best friend. And then I have Daffy Duck and Friends, Looney Tune cartoons. I have it under Daffy Duck, just like my Bugs Bunny one earlier was under B for Bugs. I should have them under Looney Tunes, but since they don't have Looney Tunes on the disc anywhere, I decided to put them under the character name that is present on the disc. Then I have A Dangerous Man. I think this has Wesley Snipes in it, maybe. Daniel and the Lions, like in the scriptures. Lycan, L-I-K-E-N. Yeah, I already explained that. The Dark Crystal. Jim Henson animation or puppetry, whatever. Date movie. Weird story. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It was originally PG-13. This is an unrated version. I don't know what any of the differences are, because I don't think this has a theatrical cut on it. But there you go. One that does have a theatrical and an extended cut is Date Night. This one I think has Jon Favreau in it. And then I have Lycan, The Scriptures, David and Goliath. This is my favorite version of this story. Like I pointed out with the VHS of the creation, this is my David and Goliath's favorite story. This one sings. One of the musical numbers is called Who Are You? In that Goliath is not able to understand why someone as small as David, who's like maybe my height, 5'4", something like that, where Goliath is like, I think 10'2". If you're ever reading the Bible and you want to figure out how tall Goliath is, take the Bible that talk and translate it into current measurements. I'm pretty sure it's 10'2". Then we have Dawn of the Dead director's cut. This came in a 2-pack with the next title that I'm going to talk about, which is Land of the Dead, the director's cut. I watched both of those. I need to rewatch Land of the Dead because I fell asleep during that one. Not for any particular reason, like it has to do with the story at all. It's just I was very tired. It was approaching midnight. I usually stop watching things right at midnight. And then a nuclear apocalypse story is the day after. A Ice Age apocalypse type thing is the day after tomorrow. I watched this one and day after. That's how I know what they're about. One I do not know what it is about, but sounds pretty interesting, is The Day the Earth Stood Still. This one has Keanu Reeves in it. I have it on DVD and Blu-ray. The Blu-ray does look different, so I'm going to show it. There you go. It looks slightly different. It's like a zoom in of a city. I think that's New York. And then the planet or moon or whatever that is on the DVD disc. All 5 of the next discs look exactly the same, so I'm just going to show one of them. That is Arrow Season 1, discs 1 through 5. Then we have Arrow Season 2, which all have different characters on them, so I will show all of those. This one has the Arrow himself, or as they were calling him in Season 2, I think they were still calling him the Hood Guy. Such a stupid nickname, but it was the best they could come up with right off the bat. It's kind of like they used to call Clark the Red Blue Blur, and then they called him the Blur. They never once called him Superman, although in the pilot episode, Lana Lang did say, "Are you a man or a Superman?" And to which Clark responded, "I haven't figured that out yet." Disc 2 has Roy Harper and Thea Queen, who go on to be Arsenal and Speedy. Arsenal obviously is Roy. Then this disc has John Diggle and Felicity Smoke. Felicity is a cool. She dyes her hair. Her hair is naturally black, but her character is primarily blonde, and she has a genius IQ. Excuse me, like Lex Luthor. The next one has Slade Wilson and Laura Lance. Yes, Deathstroke is in Arrow. For those of you who don't know, and I think he looks pretty awesome in Arrow. Not gonna lie. He also looks awesome in Titans. Check that show out if you haven't. I started watching season 3 recently because I got it a couple weeks ago, or a week or a half, something like that. I got it recently. I don't remember exactly when, but it was on a Saturday. I know that much, and it was pretty good. I watched the first 2 episodes. They introduced a version of Red Hood. Before that, the only version of Red Hood that I had ever seen was voiced by Jensen Ackles, and he did a great job. For those of you who that name sounds familiar to, it's because he's Dean Winchester in Supernatural, and he's in the 4th season of Smallville, who, after his character is killed off, he becomes Dean Winchester. Disc 5 has Mr. Lance and Mrs. Queen, who Slade Wilson kills. I think he stabs her with his sword or something. And then I think season 3, the discs all look the same. Yes, they do. So here's disc 1. Currently discs 1 through 3 are in here. I'm currently watching disc 4 in the living room. Not like currently, like right this second, obviously. But that's where I'm at, is on disc 4. And then disc 5 is also in the living room. I'm currently in the basement recording this because it makes a good studio. Then here's season 4. All the discs look the same. Discs 1 through 5. I'm slowly watching through Arrow and The Flash. I have no idea when they take place in correspondence to each other, but as soon as I figure it out, I'm going to be putting all the Arrowverse shows together, starting with Arrow, obviously, because that one started the whole Arrowverse, even though Smallville technically does qualify as the Arrowverse. Thank you to the Crisis on Infinite Earths. But I will not be including that in the Arrowverse, nor will I include Gotham in that. Then we have season 5 with the same picture on it, right here with Oliver Queen. Well, the Arrow. I know at this point they're calling him the Arrow, maybe even Green Arrow, but I think they call him Green Arrow in season 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where they started calling him the Green Arrow. They call him the Arrow, I think, as of season 3. And here's disc 1 of season 6. All the discs look the same. And season 7 is a pretty green color. All the discs look the same like that. All 5. And then all 3 discs of season 8 look like this, with a deeper, like, olive green, kind of. Or forest green, something like that. And then all 5 discs of season 1 of Adam West's Batman look like this. Yes, it is pink. I don't really care. I may end up getting the Blu-rays if they exist, but for now I do have the entire series, all 3 seasons, and the movie. I have a regular copy and a burned copy. The burned copy, I'm pretty sure we burned ourselves. And season 2 is the same design, but green. I want to try and get a Blu-ray of the Adam West Batman movie, if there is one. So I do have a slot for that, but I don't have a slot for the show, because there's just too much of them, too much of the show. 5, 8, and 5. That'd be 18 slots that I don't necessarily want to have open. Season 3, Disc 1 is blue. All of Season 3 is blue. But here's the special features disc. There's only 4 discs that have actual episodes on it. That one is just bonus features. And there are 28. There's either 26 or 28 episodes in Season 3. There's a whopping like 68 or 60 episodes in Season 2, and I think, how many are in Season 3 or 1? 34. So there's about 120 episodes total, I think. Then I have a Blu-ray DVD of Batman with Jack Nicholson Joker. He did such a great job. I love the Jack Nicholson Joker. My Joker ranking, or actor ranking, would be Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson. I'm going to have it as 5, because Jared Leto's a different Jared Leto Joker is in the Snyder Cut, so I'm counting that as a different version altogether. So we have Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, Joaquin Phoenix, Suicide Squad Joker, or no, Snyder Cut Joker, Suicide Squad Joker. There you go. Then we have Batman Returns on Blu-ray DVD. The DVDs are all burned copies like this, except for Batman and Robin. So I'll only show you that one, because the other 2 are the same, just with Returns and Forever on them. And Batman Forever. The Batman Returns that I have is a Blu-ray Steelbook. I like Steelbooks, they're cool. Then Batman and Robin. Not a great movie, but I have a lot of fun with it. The DVD disc I will show you because it is different from the other ones. This is a real copy. That was my favorite of the older ones after 1989. My favorite is 89 and Robin Returns Forever. Then I have Batman the Animated Series, and all the discs for this show look the same, but there are 5 discs in Season 1, 2 discs in Season 2, 2 discs in Season 3, and a bonus disc. They all look the same like this. They're all Blu-rays. But that is the end of this case. We are at 1 hour and 3 minutes, so I hope you enjoy this video, and tomorrow, Sunday the 13th, I will be doing case number 3, maybe case 4, and 5. 5 is small, so I might combine it with 4. To be determined. It depends on how long case 4 takes, because I might want to start a new video and do 5 and 6 together. We will see. But in any case, keep talking movies and enjoy the rest of your night. And I'm going to start showing off my Lego minifigures on my channel, as well as when my brother sends it to me, I'll be putting up some go-karting videos. So that should be interesting. People seem to like to do go-karting. I don't know how fun it is to watch, but I think it's awesome. I've seen one of the videos and it was pretty cool. I enjoyed watching it, but my brother hasn't sent me the ones from when I was there most recently, when I was kind of being a bit of a speed demon. But yeah, so this case enters the DC universe, but it no longer starts with the C's. It starts with the B's. So I need to relabel it. But I think I might not relabel again until I reach 5,000 movies. Right now I'm at like 3,600 and something. I want to say like 3,686 or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what this case looks like. The next several cases look the same. I believe case number 6 is a blue version of the red one I already showed. And then cases 11, or 10, 11, and 12 are all gunmetal gray. But here is case number 2. I'll try and make the camera focus on the label here. But there you go. C's part 2 to D's or DC part 1. That is no longer accurate because, like I said, this starts with the B's for Bible. So I'm going to have to relabel it eventually, but not until I get 5,000 movies. So it'll be like this for at least 1,400 movies, because I don't want to blow through all my label tape, because I have no idea where to get more. Probably Hobby Lobby or Artco or something, but I don't know. Maybe Office Depot. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. I'm wearing my favorite color, blue. Let's see. If you've watched my other collection videos that are previous, I have added a lot of titles since then. Those were filmed in 2021 or 2020, late 2020, early 2021, but I didn't upload them until like June of 2022, when one of my friends taught me how to do it. My friend Bryce might join me in a couple of videos. He's just currently not interested in doing so. He does have a few videos of his own where he did some video game content. So check out his videos if you can find them. If I could find them, I would put the links in the description. I can edit their description for one of my future videos. But for the time being, try and find him yourself. He does, I think, Need for Speed videos for the Need for Speed PS3, PS4, something like that game. And I've watched him play it. It's pretty cool. I probably wouldn't be that interested in it because I don't like racing games, and that's essentially a racing game. So, not really my cup of tea, but I'd still watch the videos, so check it out if you can find him. I don't know what his channel's name is. That'd be the easiest way to find them. But he might also have some Star Wars Battlefront videos. I don't know. In any case, check out his channel. If you liked what you saw tonight with my VHS collection and case number 2, then feel free to check out other collection videos like Sean Chandler's collection video. Fair warning, those ones are very long. I think one of them is like 3 hours. Two of them are like 2.5 hours, something like that. One of them is 4 hours, and his most recent one is like 5 or 6 hours. Personally, I think they are worth my time to watch because I'm very much into that kind of thing. I also watched all his fan mail openings, all of his, or most of his haul videos. Sean Chandler inspired me to start my channel, because, like him, I annoy people by talking movies way too much. So if you can relate and are interested in and able to do or to comment on this video, join me in the comment section below with any of the titles that I've not seen yet that maybe you have. Let me know if they're any good, like Centurion. That's one I haven't seen. Or any of those classic musicals I read off. Those ones, I haven't seen any of those. If you've seen them, let me know if they're any good. Murder by Music sounds really good. But they're all like from the 30s or like 20s, 30s, and 40s, I think. I think the most recent one was probably like 56, maybe. But yeah, let me know if you like this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. I don't have any playlists set up, but I might put my collection videos in one playlist, my haul videos in one playlist, my 31 on 31s will go in another playlist, and my other rankings in another thing. My VHS videos would go in a separate playlist, and any like go-karting or crossbow shooting, things of that nature, would go in yet another playlist. And when I start putting Lego videos up, those will go in another playlist, a minifigure playlist. I might show some of my Lego sets, but probably some of my smaller ones like the Ironmonger or the Hulkbuster that I have. I have the original like Age of Ultron Hulkbuster set that came out with Age of Ultron wave sets. And then I have the Infinity War Hulkbuster. Then I have two different Iron Man mech suits, a Captain America mech, and I have a brick built like big figure size or big figure scale, or not big figure scale, a brick built character of Groppy and Giant Man from Civil War, the airport battle sequence. Trying to think what else I still have built. My TIE Fighter is still built. My 501st Battle Pack is still built. My 20th anniversary Walker is built. My 20th Lego Star Wars anniversary one that came with either Vader, Luke, or Han Solo. I don't remember which one. I got 3 of the sets, so I don't know which one came with which. I got the Pod Racer, the Imperial Dropship, and the Clone Walker from episode 3. Getting tired. And then I know I'm missing Anniversary Leia and Anniversary Lando. Those are the only 2 I'm missing from what sets at the end. I know one of them's in the Slave 1, but I don't remember what the other one was. It's probably like a Jedi Interceptor or something. I'll figure it out. But anyway, that is my video. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling now about Legos. Legos? How is it pronounced? Some of my Batmobiles are still put together, so I might show my Tumbler, my Lego Batman movie Batmobile, or Ultimate Batmobile, and my classic Batcave, like Adam West Batmobile. But I honestly don't remember what else I have built still. A lot of my sets are disassembled to save space. I could show my Salt Lake City Temple set. That one is from a pun, Brick Young, instead of Brigham Young. Brick M-E-M Young. But yeah. Anyway, I'm